the avoiding stuff. For recording purposes, this is going to be a mindset quick class, and may get into avoiding what to avoid in the market. I think I may just push that one out a little bit so I can make that a full class for you guys, so you know, okay, this is what to avoid and things of that nature. Because I want to be very in depth about it. But let's talk about discipline, right? A lot of people are trying to learn to be disciplined at something, right? And it's okay, I know, and I'm only speaking from experience. Even when I was trying to become more disciplined to things, I understood that I was just interpreting discipline wrong, right? What do I mean by that? Back then, anytime I was trying to get disciplined on anything, I was trying to, like, even if I was younger, I would ask my mom, like, how do I do this or that, or ask a mentor, like, or how do I go about doing this, right? And what I was looking for, they will all tell me specifically how to become disciplined, but what I was looking for was a step-by-step booklet, like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and this is what you do to become disciplined or to remain disciplined. There's no step-to-step booklet to becoming disciplined or being disciplined. Discipline is a choice, right? You're either going to choose to be disciplined or you're going to choose not to be disciplined, right? And when you start to look at life in that manner, and it's like your job, for instance, right? You're disciplined to go to work because of your whys. So you're going to be more disciplined to it because you attached whys to your discipline. Why? I have to pay my mortgage. I have to provide for my family, right? I have to pay for car insurance, whatever the case may be, right? So you're attaching why, so it makes you become a little bit more disciplined to it, right? So let's say if it's you're trying to become more disciplined into trading, right? All you have to do is literally stop doing whatever you're doing to lose money. That's hard because you have FOMO in you now. You have the fear of missing out. And now you also created a habit, right? So you have to remember we're creatures of habit. So if you in the habit of losing, it's not that you like to lose, but you have trained your subconscious mind to lose. And you have to be okay with understanding that. Once you can receive that and you can let that go, more blessings start to come in because you're now realizing that, right? So what I hear sometimes is like, I'm letting a trade go from green to red. Why? Because you're not disciplined at taking profits. It does not matter if it's $20, $7, $3. If you can just become disciplined at just taking some of that profit or taking all of that profit and being grateful for it, more shall come. But we're playing the game. I don't like to say we, but I don't want you guys to feel like you're alone because I used to be there, right? I once was playing the game with, let me hit a home run. Oh, this trade, this is going to be the trade. This is going to be the trade that is about to give me, now I'm saying, my mortgage, or this is the trade that's about to just bring me back like $10,000. You know what I'm saying? When I feel that, I definitely don't trade it. I know that that's not me. I know that that's an emotion or something in my body and it's trying to throw me off, right? Maybe it's the food that I'm putting into my body. That's just how I think, right? Something's throwing me off because I shouldn't feel like that. I shouldn't feel like, man, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why should it be just this? It's about the consistency. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to become disciplined, I promise you, just stop. And the easiest way to become disciplined in trading is to tell yourself, I'm not trading today. And literally see a live trading session jump on. And you can jump on. It's going to be harder if you jump on and don't trade. You're gonna feel the FOMO, you're gonna feel like it. Now, if you can't trade because you don't have no money in your portfolio, don't do that. Or you ain't started, don't do that because that's not realistic. You can't trade. You know what I'm saying? But you know you can trade. You know what I'm saying? Just don't trade. Wait till 4 o'clock and tell yourself, I'm gonna catch a trade at 3:58 and watch you not take that trade. Because you'll end up noticing by the end of that day, tomorrow's another day. You'll end up noticing that, right? And even any trades, right? If you miss one trade, there's always going to be another one. There's always going to be another one. You know what I'm saying? If you miss majority of the trades and you're still looking for one, guess what? Stop looking at the Discord. Ain't no point. You're harming yourself now. It's not serving you at that point. It's actually hurting you. Why? Because you're just going to jump and do something impulsive. We don't do things impulsively. You don't do that when you go to work. You know how many hours you're going to end up working. That's why you need overtime sometimes, right? Or some people don't need the overtime. Or some people may need that extra job. You may call it budgeting and things of that nature. No, it's that you're being disciplined to the things that you need, right? And sometimes, I would once travel into that as well, right? So how to stay disciplined? Stop being your worst critic. Start telling yourself it's okay. It's okay. I lost this trade. It's okay. Guess what? Let's find what was positive about this trade. I like the way I reacted when I entered this trade. It could have been a bad entry or whatever, but I liked the way I reacted. I was calm. Okay, let's bring that into our next trade. Also, I really wasn't panicking, even though it was going down, but I just felt like it broke my level. It wasn't coming back. So I just got out the trade. Man, that is amazing. You know how many people couldn't do that? And just let that, even if it was one contract, it could have been $100, $50, and just let it go to zero. Where it really didn't go to zero, it went to like $1 or $2. I did it plenty of times. Plenty of times. I stopped doing that. That don't sound cool. That doesn't even feel cool. Like, you're letting the premium just eat away. Well, it's only worth $10 now. Let's see what happens. It's not going to come back. Why don't you just take those $10? It's okay. Don't feel embarrassed about that. We all take losses, right? The losses is what helps us get to our next success. You cannot expect extreme highs without going to extreme lows. It's just like the chart. We got to go to extreme lows. Now we got to start taking out highs. Now we got to start taking out highs. Like when you see that big downtrend, that's like a freaking bad week. You know what I'm saying? Just multiple days, just back to back. My boss is on my ass. My wife is this. Oh my God, I just feel like I'm not enough for everybody. I got to go do this. I got to do that. That's that big red, boom, 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 boom. But guess what? Guess what? You're not going to dwell there. You're going to pick yourself back up off of your bootstraps. That's what you're going to do. You know what? It's okay. We all go through this. It's all right. If I need to dwell here for about a few minutes or 30 minutes to just understand what's going on, just living in the emotion and being present moment, that's okay. But we're going to pick ourselves up from our bootstraps. That's what we're going to do, right? And once that starts happening, guess what? You start remembering all these lessons that you think you failed, but you learned these lessons now. So you get to your resistance, or you reclaim that resistance. You know what? I passed stage 1, stage 2. Oh, guess what? Them demons are back in my head. Oh, I'm over here telling myself I ain't good enough. I'm over here telling myself I lost this trade because it is. Well, guess what? Father, I know I'm great. Guess what? I'm not going to focus there because last time I focused there, we traveled all the way down. I'm going to hold myself up and I know I'm good. Guess what? But my boss said all that. I don't care. Guess what? Now you're holding that faith and you're moving on up. You're moving on up. Now you're able to go back to that week and be like, dang, this week was kind of like the last 2 weeks, but it's just the way I was responding to this week. My boss was still doing the same thing he was doing. My wife was still doing the same thing she was doing. But the way I wanted to look at life, the life wasn't attacking me. Life was working actually for me. The things that were happening was for me to learn something. You start to just enjoy life more because it's the perception that you want to look at life in. Zaytoven said, me as well, that be your best learning curve. What part? Me as well. What part is your best learning curve?
My bad, bro. No, I was just agreeing with you when you were saying letting that premium eat up being up in some and then letting that motherfucker drop to $0, $1.
Yeah.
That's a learning curve for you. Truly. Like it will make you learn risk management, a stop loss. I'm not take profit. It will motivate the shit out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. What's something that you did that was able to help you get through that learning curve?
Um, I would have to say, actually, being res- being accountable, responsible, actually going back in my chart, looking at what I did, why I did it, trying to understand my mindset while I was going through it. Like it losing it 15%, what I was thinking. Winning at 15%, what I was thinking. Losing at 50, what I was thinking. Losing at 75, what I was thinking. Having to come back to break even and not getting out the trade, what I was thinking. Like actually going back and assessing those things actually helped me through that process. And like I said, truly and honestly, it only takes 1 to 2 trades for that shit to happen. It's just going to take you being accountable and responsible and going back and questioning yourself. Self self-awareness, self-assessment, responsible. Man, I don't even know the correct word to, but it's more making yourself accountable or having somebody else accountable that's next to you that's gonna give you the truth and not a lie. It's gonna really tell you, yeah, you kind of fucked up, but come on, let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. Okay, so what you gonna do next time? All right, cool. Cool. Uh, I didn't listen. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Get out. Yes, for sure. For sure. For sure. It is so easy, like you said, to make that 10, 15, 20%. Yep. Bingo. Bingo. I can see the top part of that one.
My wife wrote, "Forget about yesterday, Pa. This is when I had a bad day. Forget about yesterday, Pa. Today is a good day." That's why you can't read the top part, because she wanted me to focus on today is a good day.
For sure.
And then you got this one as well. Not again. That's not a trade. That's my whole portfolio. I was all the way up here at all-time highs. I went to all-time lows. What did I do after that? One trade a day. If I took 2 trades, I couldn't trade the next day. That was the accountability part. If I didn't follow my rules, I would discipline myself. I hated that part. Now I could break my rules and stuff of that nature, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be your own drill sergeant, but not your worst critic being your drill sergeant. You don't want to, I used to live a life where it's just like, man, I just can't get this right. Man, I can't do this. But what happens, right? Like if our thoughts, right? Think about it like this. If our thoughts, how can I put this, Father? When we think of something negative, what happens after that? And then we play the blame game. Like, oh, this happened because of that. Or, and it's because of that. And what happens? You may get depressed. Now you start feeling a little down because of this or because of that, but you're all in your head. And that all came from one thought. So if that thought had that much power to make us or me, you feel the way we did not want to feel. And you damn right that these positive thoughts is going to change the outlook of your life and the way that you think in your future. It has to. It has to. Just try it. I know it sounds crazy. Just try it. Don't most successful people in life know this, so they're very aware of their thoughts. Very aware of their thoughts and not let nothing negative into their matrix. Not saying that negative things won't happen, but you don't have to associate with it. You can respond to it. I choose not to respond. Hey, that's not going to affect me. Keep going about that way. Okay, now if you want to play, oh man, but that sucks because that person, you're just attaching yourself to something that you shouldn't be attaching yourself to. Get away from that. Who are you around that's making you think that way? Where it's like, oh man, what I'm very careful at is, and I do this with trading as well. I pay very, very attention to what people bring to my ears. What do I mean by that? All right. I'm gonna put a scenario of you're in the middle, you have a friend over here, and you have a friend over here. You go hang out with this friend with another group of friends. You're sitting at that table, and that group of friends starts talking about your other friend. And that friend that you're with may agree with certain things and things of that nature, right? Now, you're such a great friend. You know what I'm saying? And your friend also is a great friend, even if you agreed or didn't agree with certain things. Now, y'all both leave that party, that situation, right? And the next day, the other friend sees that friend, right? And he doesn't speak about what just took place at the other place of people just down talking him, saying this and this and this and that. And mind you, he doesn't chill with those people. He doesn't even see those people like that. That friend chose not to say anything to him, right? Mind you, this friend is having the best time of his life, maybe just graduated, doing great. He's also a trader, just winning all his trades right now, right? Now, the other friend that just feels like he's a great friend as well, but just loves to express himself, right? He sees that friend and he's like, hey man, I ain't really want to tell you this, but yo, I was out with Jonathan and these people were just whether he says Jonathan agreed or anything, just tells him all that. I don't care how cool we are. You're a gossiper. That's not going to affect me. What they think or what they spoke about me is not going to affect me. Why bring me that negativity? Why? Because as much as I don't care what people think about me, everybody does to a certain degree. It's going to make you feel some type of way. Like, dang, why are people thinking of me like that? Why, you know what I'm saying? I'm more likely going to be like, why those people feel comfortable talking about me around you? And you're telling me this. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because overstaying your support system, your true support system, not the people that you think is just support system, right? Because the Father, God said he's going to create a table for you to feast at and allow your enemies to watch. Your enemies, not your friends, your enemies. So you think they're your friends, but they watching you eat? That's what you have to realize. All this falls into trading as well. Why? Because now you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm in all these communities, but where am I getting the most information from? What is filling my cup? What is helping me? You know, that's how I was able to narrow down my trading communities and the things that I look at. You know what I'm saying? I still look at other things and study other things, but I had to narrow that down too. Why? Because I have to be securing what I believe and what I think, right? Now, if somebody else is thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, man, amazing. That's some confluence for me. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about the market's going down and I see the market's going up, right? So I have to protect myself. You guys know me for quite some time. I've been saying the market is going to go up since like October, November. No, it's going down. No, it's going down. Now look at it. But I have to protect myself. If I'm around a scarcity mindset, or if I'm around a fearful mindset, I'm aware enough that I will become fearful as well. Listening to someone just like, man, I was just sick, man, this, man. I end up might getting sick if I just heard you talking about being sick all day. You know what I'm saying? You are what you surround yourself by. So that also, you could become disciplined like that. Start changing your circle. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's a honor and a privilege to be able to speak to me. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to speak to you as well. Everybody is valuable. You just have to walk and talk like it and be like it. You know, whatever you want to become in life, or whomever you want to become in life, you're already that person. All you have to do is just start acting like it and being like it. You know, you want to be a millionaire, walk more responsible, start using coupons. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid of, I didn't budget for that right now. I can't afford that right now. I can't get 2 or 3 of those. Can't afford that right now. So I know how it feels. I used to be there too. That shit sucks, but it's okay. What sucks more is giving into that feeling and then later on having to work a double or something to pay that back. And basically you're paying back a want instead of a need. Right? But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I could tell for a fact I'm gonna keep cleaning my computer because it is moving way much faster.